Are you struggling with student loan debt? A question that echoes in the minds of many, and a reality that countless individuals grapple with each day. We live in a world where getting a quality education often means taking on a significant amount of debt, a burden that can weigh heavy on our minds and wallets for years to come. Student loan debt has become a prevalent issue of our time, impacting individuals from all walks of life. It's a financial challenge that can seem overwhelming, but remember, it's a challenge that can be managed. The key lies in understanding the nature of your debt and having a clear, well-thought-out strategy for managing and paying it off. The impact of student loan debt is substantial, affecting our choices, our opportunities, and our futures. But with the right approach, you can navigate this financial maze successfully. We're here to help you do just that. Now let's delve into the strategies for managing and paying off student loans effectively. First things first, understanding your loans is crucial. It's like getting to know your opponent in a chess game. Your student loans aren't just a sum of money you owe, they come with their own set of rules, and these rules are what you need to familiarize yourself with. Start with the basics. What's your interest rate? How much is the minimum monthly payment? What's the term of the loan? These are the specifics that will shape how you tackle your student loan debt. There's also a variety of student loans out there. Some are need-based, like subsidized federal Stafford loans, while others are not, like unsubsidized federal Stafford loans and private student loans. The key difference? The interest on need-based loans doesn't accrue while you're still in school. On the other hand, non-need-based loans start accruing interest immediately. Now that you've understood your loans, let's move on to creating a budget. Creating a budget is an essential step in managing your student loan debt. A budget is more than just knowing where your money is going. It's about planning for the future and being prepared. Start by listing your income and expenses. Don't forget to include your student loan repayments in your monthly expenses. Now, it's time to take a closer look. Are there areas where you can cut back? Perhaps you can opt for home-cooked meals over takeout or choose public transport instead of rideshares. Remember, small changes can make a big difference over time. Sticking to a budget can be challenging, but it's not impossible. Consider using budgeting apps to track your spending, or set reminders for due dates to avoid late fees. And remember, it's okay to adjust your budget as your financial circumstances change. With a solid budget in place, it's time to explore payment strategies. There are several strategies you can use to pay off your student loans. When it comes to tackling student debt, there's no one-size-fits-all method. What works for one person might not work for another, but don't worry. We've got a few commonly used strategies you can consider. First, let's talk about the snowball method. Picture a snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger and bigger as it goes. That's the essence of this strategy. You start by paying off your smallest loan first while making minimum payments on the rest. Once that's paid off, you move on to the next smallest and so on. The idea is that small victories can motivate you to keep going. However, be aware that you might end up paying more in interest over time with this method. Now let's shift gears and consider the avalanche method. This is the opposite of the snowball method. Instead of starting with the smallest loan, you start with the one with the highest interest rate. By focusing on this, you can minimize the amount of interest you'll pay over time. On the flip side, it might take longer to feel like you're making progress, which can be discouraging for some. Another option is income-driven repayment plans. These are federal programs that adjust your monthly student loan payments based on your income. While this can make your payments more manageable, it can also extend your repayment period, meaning you'll be in debt longer and could end up paying more in interest. All these strategies have their pros and cons. The snowball method can be motivating but might cost more in the long run. The avalanche method saves on interest but requires patience. And income-driven repayment plans can ease financial strain but potentially prolong your debt. Remember, the best strategy is the one that aligns with your financial situation, goals, and personality. It might be a combination of these methods or something entirely different. The key is to stay consistent and committed. Choose a strategy that works best for you and stick to it. Now let's discuss what to do if you're facing financial hardship. Financial hardship can make repaying student loans challenging. It's a reality many face, yet it's not the end of the road. There are strategies to help you navigate this tough terrain. Consider options like loan deferment or forbearance. These are essentially pauses on your repayment plan, granted due to specific circumstances like unemployment, economic hardship, or returning to school. However, remember that interest may still accrue on your loans during this period. Never underestimate the power of communication. If you're struggling, reach out to your loan servicer. They're there to help you understand your options and find a suitable repayment plan. It might seem intimidating, but remember, they want to work with you, not against you. Also, there's a wealth of resources available to you. Non-profit organizations, government programs, even online communities can provide support and advice. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. There are resources available to help you. After all, everyone needs a helping hand sometimes. Managing and paying off student loan debt can be a daunting task. But remember, knowledge is power. Understanding your loans, their terms, and your rights is the first step towards conquering this mountain. Budgeting is your roadmap in this journey. It helps you prioritize your spending and identify areas where you can cut back to make room for loan repayments. Finding the right payment strategy is like choosing the best route. Whether it's the avalanche method where you tackle the highest interest loans first, or the snowball method where you knock out the smallest loans first for quick wins, the choice is yours. Finally, facing financial hardship is not a sign of failure. It's a part of life. There are options available such as deferment, forbearance, or income-driven repayment plans that can provide temporary relief. Stay informed, stay focused, and you'll be able to effectively manage and pay off your student loan debt. Thank you for joining us today.